Good evening, everyone. So today we are going to share about our insights towards Harry Potter. So the first is question: the novel does not introduce the title or character Harry Potter until the end of the first chapter, and even then, only as a baby. Why do you think we are introduced to the Dursleys, Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Hagrid before Harry? So for me, so the Dursleys are the only living relatives Harry have left. So they proved to be significant in how Harry grew up to be. In the first chapter of the book, Rowling introduced to us how awful the Dursleys are and how they lack the normal and often are appalled by the idea of being out of the ordinary. We then find out how McGonagall watched over the Dursleys for the whole day, transfigured as a cat. They showed how concerned she is with Potter and even made a comment about how awful they are for being muggles. She then became one of the mother figures had in the entire series. So Dumbledore, on the other hand, was the only person who has the faintest idea of how Harry survived the healing curse. He was also the one that suggests bringing Harry to the Muggle world to be raised by his Muggle relatives. And finally, we see Hagrid delivering Harry to the Dursleys' doorsteps. Hagrid was a significant character in Harry's life throughout the series and is one of his closest and most trusted friends. So they bring the gift. This signifies the life of Harry. Each of them plays a vital role in the life of Harry. So let's proceed to number 2. Why does it take us 5 chapters to get to Hogwarts? So let's listen to the Sheila, CALUNOD.
Yes. Um, why does it take us 5 chapters to get to Hogwarts? It takes us 5 chapters to go to Hogwarts because the adventure it can take to Hogwarts as sooner. Harry will become enough to get Hogwarts School.
Thank you for that, Miss Sheila CALUNOD. And why do you think Ron and Harry become such fast friends, or why did they also become such close friends with Hermione? What is the dynamic of these friendships? So let us hear to Miss NESTLE LAGUNDA.
Because they provide exactly what each other needs. Harry and Ron became great friends. They were inseparable from the moment they met at Hogwarts Express. Harry has never had a friend in his life because he's always been treated as if he's unimportant. So Ron provides the lightheartedness that Harry lacked growing up. He's witty, pleasant, and encouraging, and both their personalities are ideal for friendship. They also became friends with Hermione, who is a bit of a know-it-all despite their initial hatred for her strict adherence to rules. Hermione begins to realize the importance in occasionally violating the rules following an episode in which Harry and Ron save her from a wild troll at Hogwarts, and the three become close friends. In terms of power, or two of them ganging up on one, and generally how they interact, I believe their dynamics shift a little during those years.
Thank you for that wonderful point of view, Miss Lagunda. And what is Harry's relationship to Hogwarts, or how does Hogwarts function as a character in the novel? So let's hear the side of Miss Mingito, MARICRIS Mingito. MARICRIS Mingito, are you still there?
Yes. So, our relationship to Hogwarts. At Hogwarts, Harry becomes fast friends with classmates Ron with Wesley and Hermione's younger and finds a role in Draco Malfoy. He's taken under the wing of the school's headmaster Albus Dumbledore. This relationship persists throughout the series, especially as the young wizards and witches grow older and are called upon to take sides in growing wizard wars. Then how does Hogwarts function as a character in the novel? Um, Perusing the restricted section in the library, Harry discovers the sorcerer's story produces the elixir of life, which gives its drinker the gift of immortality. After realizing that Voldemort might be after the stone, Albus Dumbledore had it moved to Hogwarts for safekeeping. That's all.
Thank you, Miss Mingito. And what relationship do muggles have with the magical world? Or could a muggle, for instance, make his or her way on the platform 934 without assistance from a witch or wizard? Or could a muggle be given a wand and cast a spell? So, what is your point there, Miss JENICA COCHOCO?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Miss, for that wonderful question. In that case, in my evidently, we can see in the book that muggles and wizards have the strong relationship or connection to each other, even if there are stereotypes and biased perceptions between them. It may be because muggles can be a wizard. It is because muggles can be a wizard if they possess traits that qualifies to become a wizard, basically by doing a magic. There are many cases in the book that evidently support that a wizard can come from a family of muggles, just like the case of Lily, Harry's mother, which came from a muggle family and grown up in the Midlands. For that information, a muggle can go to 9 3/4 without assistance from witch or a wizard. And in line with that, a muggle can't use one, so it's useless if they'll be given a wand. That's all. Thank you.
All right, and still you, Miss COCHOCO, do you think you would be able to anticipate what you would see in the mirror of your eyes? Or if so, what would it be? And if not, what does that say about desire? Do you think what one sees in the mirror changes over time?
In my case, I can't exactly anticipate the result when I'll be able to stand in front of the mirror erased, because human mind and heart is deceptive sometimes. We can really figure out what we really desire in our lives. Maybe sometimes we really desire something that something that we really want in our lives, just like Harry Potter. The strong feeling of wanting to see his parents or wishing that something happened when he stands in front of the mirror of Eris. In line with the question of what do I think when I see myself in the mirror, or what do you think what one sees in the mirror changes over time? Well, I might say that human beings have different desires over time, so it can really change. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Miss COCHOCO. And would you rather have a broom or an invisibility cloak? Which of the two magical objects is more powerful? So, your floor, Miss TIROL, Dream.
Well, for me, I would choose the invisibility cloak. because it provides a great deal of protection from physical attacks, as well as it is extremely durable. It can also react autonomously to unseen incoming attacks for additional protection. It is also the most powerful magical object for me because it can make your life easier because no one can see and harm you. Unlike the broom, you can only fly from it but still seen and can be harmed. That's all.
Thank you for that, Miss MacJane. And do you think the characters are sorted into the correct house, or what house do you think you would be sorted into? Do you think students are sorted into houses based on attributes they currently possess, or attributes they will or could possess? What is your stand there, Miss CALUNOD SHEILA?
The first one is, do you think the character are sorted into the correct house? For me, yes, because if they show that they are belong to the correct house, they will be put there so that they can be fit there. What house do you think you would be sorted into? I think I belong to the Hufflepuff house because the student there is hardworking and trustworthy. So the even humbleness is present in that house. They don't even need to shout about the achievements. On the last one, do you think students are sorted into the houses based on attributes they currently possess or attributes they will be or could possess? Yes, because they were sorted carefully so that they can be manageable. That's all.
Alright, let's give a round of applause to ourselves for being participative, and each one of us shared and learned something. So let's call this day a great day.